Today's artifact is a light. An interesting light. A unique light. This light has been on many adventures with me. It is a solar light. A little tiny like forward-facing flashlight, but the main thing that it is a string light. This is a packaged light travel solar string light. I've had it for quite a while. It is not new. It has probably been on about 10 camping trips with me. And I had it strung up in my living room in the window, using it as like an ambiance light for whenever I felt like having some fairy lights going. But I pulled it out of the window to make this video and just check on it in general, because it's kind of a finicky piece, and I noticed that all the whatever this is, epoxy, some kind of form cast resin kind of stuff, is all crackly and weather worn. So I thought I'd give it a little look over, because the reason I took it down is more so than just for this video. It is to say that I am probably going to use this in an upcoming experiment. I've been trying to capture rain from the closet, the sound closet, and it's been successful as an audio experiment, but visually it's not really been too much to write home about. So I thought maybe incorporating this into the video might make it worthwhile to go from an experiment to published content. None of this is secrets. Like, I don't have any like, what's my next video gonna be? When I think of it, I'm already working on it. You're gonna see it by the time it's done, and that's when you're gonna see it. I don't do a whole lot of forward planning outside of like my rig and setup and some special occasion ideas, and this is one of those special occasion ideas. I want to make periodic like nature and ambiance kind of content, as well as just ASMR. This closet has a great audio to acoustics to it, and there's a window right behind me that has a beautiful view of some trees. And when the rain comes down, there's some street lights kind of at an off angle, and if it's just right, the light will shine through the tree leaves to illuminate the rain as it comes down. It's beautiful, and the window is dirty, like that perfect spooky dirty where you kind of feel like you're in someone's locked away library that hasn't seen a visitor in 100 years. So yeah, but you can't see any of it because it's been really dark, so maybe bringing this little guy in will make that better. Or maybe you'll never see that video because it just doesn't work. It doesn't matter. There, I guess that was a one-off. So, in processing that future idea, I also realized that this thing in and of itself is an object, is an artifact worth cataloging auditorially, because it is kind of a lid having object, and I love lid noises. Lid, plastic, spring, the interaction of a light metal and a heavy plastic. I love this thing because it has traveled with me a lot. I've strung it up in many trees. It's one of those creature comforts that when you go not ultralight camping, but like backpack light camping, this is one of the things that I would sacrifice to throw in my pack. Add another couple ounces, because, frick, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if I were to backpack up into the Appalachians or something, I wouldn't take this with me, but walking from the car to slightly deeper woods, this can come with me. And you know, lighting is important. It's not good when you stumble around and hurt yourself in the dark. But yeah, this kind of contains all of the noises that I like the most. Metal on plastic, plastic on plastic, some kind of acrylic. All of them interacting. We even have some fabric. That's the good stuff right there. I know I'm literally the second video into the new camera setup, but I'm already kind of nostalgic for the potato quality of the webcam. I was really fighting with, because it wasn't intentional to be potato looking at first, I was really fighting between wanting to keep it like that, because I really like that, like, dog water, early digital camera kind of look. I mean, it kind of goes with the whole vibe of you're watching this for the audio. Trip, dog water, potato quality. An incredibly obnoxious motorcycle went by and I had to wait an egregious amount of time, and I don't remember what I was saying. I think it had something to do with my camera. Oh, yeah. I can see how potato quality might be a excluding choice for some people. So I figured it was probably in my best interest to decide that I needed to move up from the potato camera to the nice camera. But if you missed the potato camera, please feel free to let me know. If everyone likes potato more, I'll go back to it. But in addition to quality, this is considerably easier, so I'm pretty partial to this. But like, if it negatively affects you that it's better video quality now, please let me know. I just realized I have established a tradition of showing off my studio light before I use it. I showed you guys that like Wagon Tech light before I decided that was going to be my whole makeshift ring light. I showed you the small rig MR120 before that disappeared into the behind the camera realm. And now you're getting to see the Lucy Solar String Light by Empowered. I think. Sure, why not? Yeah. It also had this stupid little cloth lanyard on it, but when I was doing some tests, it kept going ding, 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 ding into the microphone, so I took it off. Like, who lanyards up a... Oh, wait, it's to hang it from trees. I remember I actually did that a couple times. All right, note to self, put it back on when I'm done. Also, if anyone knows what's wrong with my solar panel, why it's getting this like crackler to it, and if there's anything I need to be doing, like moisturizing this or something, please feel free to let me know. It's a solar panel. I feel like it shouldn't be getting dry rot from sunlight. I don't really know much about solar panels, but it seems like they should be relatively fortified against the wear of the sun. But hey, I'm not a solarologist or whatever the frig. I'm trying to find the end of this thing. What the hell? Well, there's the beginning of it right there. So that's the opposite of what we're looking for. I believe it terminates in a hook. Yeah, there it is. Alright, see, you got this. I refuse to let the camera win. Focus. Focus, you fart. Focus. Why do they all do this to me? No matter what camera I use, they do this. This indignation. This is the clankers being mean to me. I'm telling my mom. Alright, so get over here. You've got this little hook here that's the perfect size to hook back in on itself here. So you can make a little apparatus by which to suspend. I'm trying so hard not to say a specific word. Yeah, so anyway, it feeds out cord and you get these nodes that are the lights. So here, watch. One for that one, another for this guy on, and then I believe they just get brighter in steps, and yeah, it's 3 steps, so 1, 1, 2, 3. There's only like between probably 7 and 10 of these nodes on here. It's a good amount for mood light, and it's not too much like a string light. Oh yeah, and then there's a couple more of these hooks cut in the middle, so if you want to do some kind of loop, like it needs suspended from one tree branch or something to another. Don't make a liar out of me. 8. Another hook. 9. Is it exactly 10? And I'm so good. I'm so good at knowing the number of things on my own stuff. God, I should get an award for being a human. Number one person who remembered to breathe today. So then when you got the string light in there, it closes back up. String light out of there, it closes. I don't care. You know what I meant. There's, in case you saw and you're just burningly curious, there's a second button for the indicator of how much battery is left, and it says very little, which is surprising because earlier it said quite a bit. So maybe we won't be seeing this later. Maybe there's something wrong with this thing, but I'll give it a charge off camera and we'll see if it survives, because it's been through some stuff. I actually haven't used it in quite a while because it's just as pretty off as it is on. But I haven't charged it in years because the solar panel has always kept it charged. Like, I just run this thing until it's out, and then it stays out somewhere with light or in a window when it's up in the living room. And then, yeah, it's charged enough the next day, or it was when I was using this regularly like a year or so ago. Do you guys do that too, where you go through funny little phases of, like, you do something every day for a prolonged period of time, and then seemingly for no reason at all, you just stop doing it? I do that a lot. And then it takes something silly like me looking at this light going, oh, my eyes are warming you. And that makes me think, you know, I haven't turned that on in literally like a year. I should probably just take it down and like check on it and clean it. Please tell me I'm not alone in that, because it makes me feel kind of weird that I do that. Look at you, you're so pretty. You're beautiful when you're covered in it. I make no apology for who I am or what I say. I laugh at my own jokes on the inside, and that's all that matters. Sitting here having like flashbacks to all the great camping trips I've taken this thing on. The exact moments I looked up at it. The beautiful times. Being outside at night with loved ones. The solitude of the evening. The sounds of nature. I need to go camping. I haven't been in a while because life got too busy. I've been working harder than I've been playing. I'm sure you all feel the same way. Oh, we're having no play makes jacket top boy. Oh, I can no play makes jacket top boy. Oh, I can no play makes jacket top. Do you ever look out your window at the night sky and think I shouldn't be inside this long? Just me, huh? Sometimes I feel like I can still feel my caveman ancestors being like, firewood, cave warm, meat tasty, me tired, chased deer today. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm only happy when I'm outside. This string light has been caught in no less than 2 monsoons. This is why it's really important to get good equipment and know how to use it. Not the string light, the tent. The tent I was in. I have tent camped through more than a couple monsoons. I think that might be the single most important thing about camping to me. Or being outside, roughing it, hiking, backpacking. Being reminded how frail you are. Being reminded how hard it can rain. Being reminded how much you like society. And you really, really hope it doesn't fall apart because air conditioning is pretty tight, dog. It grounds you. There's a poetic importance to being miserable on purpose because it reminds you how good it feels to be not miserable. It resets your baseline. Remove all the conveniences of life. Make it hard just to eat. Even if you bring the most convenient stuff with you, you can camping. It's still much harder to cook and eat food camping than it is to just walk into your fridge and pull out a Twinkie. No one puts Twinkies in their fridge, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you have to carry it all to the campsite with you. Suddenly you wonder if it's worth bringing that extra little bag of like a camp meal dessert, or if you're fine with not adding the extra 7 or 8 grams to your pack. One of the things that I always have room for in my pack is lights. Especially lights that show me where home is. Lights that make me feel cozy and comfortable. Lights that help people find me. Lights that guide. You know, like the ones at an outpost. You know, like the ones that signal to you where the outpost is. I don't know. I just think it's really important to remain connected to outside and each other. And that's something that there's always room in my pack for. Being connected. I hope you do too. I hope you make room for that. do believe these lights are getting dimmer. Maybe that blinking 1% battery isn't a miscalculation after all. I also seem to have made quite a tangle for myself here. I wonder if I can get these untangled before the lights go out. That's pretty well untangled there. Yeah, that's untangled, it's just twisted up. So, let's see here. What happens? Oh, you see that? You see that? How does that happen? It always does. You fiddle with some string for a minute, and that's how it's going to end up. Alright, we're getting close now. We're getting close. I feel like I made 2 steps forward, 1 step back somewhere along the way. Oopsies. Opa. Well, that's not fixing anything. I'll dump this end on the floor. I don't need that wrapped around my hand. Surely, if this is the one offending bit here, you just... Nope. That wasn't it. Didn't hit a canvas. How about a little... I don't know about that, Chief. Let's do one of these kind of deals. Yeah. Yeah, we're cooking now. We are cooking. Okay, we're raising a little bit of this, and that goes through there, maybe. I think maybe. Shoot, maybe not. Owie, that hurt my ears. I'm gonna have to turn that down in post. Oh, I think I'm taking 3 steps backwards now. Alright, let's do this kind of deal. Getting there. Alright, now the thing to do is to remove the bulb from this knot because that's adding unnecessary complexity to this equation. I feel like we have just made a quadruple Dutchman's taint twister. This is one of the rarest headphone knots you can ever organically come across. Yes. Oh my god, guys, this is huge. This is huge. Do you see this? I can't believe this happened. This is so huge. Focus on the knot, you tremendous piece of fart. Close enough. Anyway, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal for me. I'm glad we got to share that moment together here today. So, I'm just going to pick this up and finish this off real quick because this is kind of getting tedious. Yes, quite. Finally. String light. Delicious. Some good quality illumination. Alright, let's get this boy all packed back up. I probably shouldn't have piled this all on top of itself upside down, and I'm probably going to run into more knotting issues. Last time it was ironic and cute, but this time I actually really don't want knots, and I'll be irritated if I have to deal with them. I will say one of the design problems I have with this, because I am a very design-minded person, is that while you're winding it back up, a lot of the lights end up in the same spot. I'm sure there was some way they could have made that not happen. By winding it way looser than usual, it seems to self-correct that issue, so maybe I'm the dingus here. Anyway, that's my dope string light. You might see this again if my evil plans ever come to fruition, but like I said, you'll be the first to know. So, from me to you, here's a little string light peekaboo. I have to figure out why this camera won't focus. Okay, whatever. Thanks for visiting the outpost. I hope you liked these signals.